Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the character tutorial series. In this episode we're going to cover how to draw a male head. So let's just dive right in. Alright, so exactly how I did the female face, and if you guys haven't watched that video, it was the first one in the series, and I suggest you go and watch it. But just like I did in that one, I'm going to start with sphere, because that's going to give me the width and sort of my skull for my head. And then I'm going to add the ears. The top of the ear is going to be at the top of the middle line in the circle. And then the jawline for the male. For males especially, it's going to be a little bit wider, obviously, than the females. So what I normally do, at least to start off from, is draw a line from the side of the circle going straight down, and then from there to the top of the chin basically. And the sort of distance of the chin is, as you can see, pretty much the same distance as the middle of the circle to the side of the circle. And at that distance also is where I'm going to place my nose. So there's a lot of cool reference points there that you can use. And then after that, just how I did with the female again, is place my reference brush strokes, so that I know where all my my features are located, and then I can just go back. I can just go in later on and then detail those a little bit more. For the male, what I'm gonna do is show you how the planes, so how the volumes of the faces build up, and then we're gonna go in and sort of refine those and turn that into a head, into an actual face. Sorry, but for now, let's just duplicate that one so we keep it as a reference. Put it on the side, and I'm gonna refine it a little bit more. So this is I don't draw those all the time, but I always keep those in the back of my mind. So if you guys are starting up, I think it's a really good practice to do. So you can even start with this, like I'm gonna do in this particular tutorial, and then just draw your sort of mouth and features on top of that, because it gives you all the information you need to know, okay, where is my light gonna hit, where are my features, where's my mouth, where's my eyes, how is my nose working, and everything. So let's just refine this one a little bit more. And as you can see, it already looks like a head, and there's basically nothing in there. It's just the volumes that are just roughly blocked in. So I'm gonna start with something similar on this side to actually build onto. And what I'm gonna do is just erase what is already there, and then try to simplify it as much as possible. So by erase what's already there, what I mean is erase the obvious contour lines that don't make it look like a head, don't make it look like a face. So slowly I'll go in and remove a couple of a little bit of the information, and so that it gets back to sort of a more drawn look, rather than more maybe a modeled look, as if it was made in a 3D program. And then so for the line of the mouth for males, and actually for females too, except for females I'll add a little bit more information in the lips, but for the males I try to keep it really simple. So basically just a slit, and the slit. And what let's say you look at a mouth from the front, remove the lips, remove everything, and just keep the line that separates the two lips, and that's pretty much what I draw. And then add maybe a little bit of shading, but really keep it minimalistic. And then for the eye socket, the shape's already there, and it kind of looks like glasses, right? So I'm just gonna go in and draw the eyes in the middle of it, straight in the middle. And for now, the guy's gonna look a little bit funny, because there's obviously too much information painted in because of the the guides that I used previously. But we're gonna just be patient, and I'm gonna erase those a little bit later on. No need to rush for that. Oh, and also I wanted to mention, huge thank yous, you guys, for the feedback you gave for the last video. Hopefully this one's gonna be a little bit better, but keep letting me know so that I can improve, and I really appreciate that. And also for this particular one, I'm gonna put the link to the brush I use in the description, so if you wanna go and download that, feel free. It's gonna be in the description below. But then let's just go back to this. So as you can see, like I was saying, I'm just removing more and more of the information that we had from the volumes, and it's starting slowly to look more like a, you know, an actual face rather than some sort of a masked man. So I still have the, you know, the information of the eye socket to get rid of, but for now let's just block in the ears. Something really simple, you know, only a couple lines. Again, for this one you can go back to the female video where I have this explained a little bit more, you know, the reasoning behind my line placement there. But yeah, so let's go in and get rid of some of this information around the eye socket, to actually make him look more like an actual person, less than like a superhero or a villain or whatever you want to call that. So again, you know, this guy's a little I wouldn't say it's the best looking male ever, but take this as more of a really average face, you know, with no particular features, nothing really standing out. It's just something really average, so that you can base you know, you can base your other drawings off of this one. And then, you know, once you have the stage right now, you can just go in and, you know, exaggerate some of the features maybe, to give him a little bit more personality. But you know, like you can see all the lines I'm doing right now, around the eyes, around the nose, you know, to define the nose of the bridge and everything, like the side of the eyes also. Those are all basically the outlines that I use for the eye socket volumes previously. So, you know, everything that, it's a really good example here that I'm erasing stuff, but you know, the minimum of it still remains and still makes sense. And you'll see, you know, where I add shadows, I'm not gonna add too much, but when I do add shadows, I'm gonna still you know, use the version on the left as guidelines for when my shadow is gonna go. So, you know, following the same planes here, the side of the jaw. So it's nothing new, you know. You see it on the left, and that's where I'm taking this from. Nothing's just showing up for no reason. And I'm just gonna add a neck to this guy. And for the neck, what I tend to do normally for males is have it a little bit wider than reality, and that's just a personal thing. Again, you guys can, you know, choose to make it maybe a little bit more, a little bit narrower, but I like it wide, and it's basically, you know, I take the point down at the low of the ear and draw lines straight down. So that makes him look a little bit more heroic, if you want, a little bit more superhero kind of looking ish. And then for males, I'm gonna for females, maybe I would want something a little bit more pushed, but on the other side, you know, so maybe a little bit more narrower than it would be in real life. Because, you know, why paint real life when you can just have fun and exaggerate it? That's the fun of drawing. And then finishing up the eyes. Right now, this guy looks like he's wearing a lot of makeup, and that's not exactly what I want, but I'm putting in a little bit more information again to show you guys what I think about when I draw, and that's really what you guys should consider this to be. You know, it's more of the thought process behind the creation of any new head that I would draw, and most of this I probably wouldn't put in on actual paper. I would just, you know, keep it in the back of my mind and think about it when I draw it, but omit to actually do it so that I don't have to erase it later on. But to show you guys, I think it's really good to, you know, that I put that down. So He's not, you know, the best looking male right now, but we'll get rid of some of that information a little bit later on, and you'll see he'll start to look more like just a regular guy. So again, you know, the more I say again a lot, the more information you put, the more details you put, you know, contouring the features, so the older it'll seem. So, you know, the more features you erase, kind of it kind of goes to say what I was, it kind of goes with what I was saying, sorry, when I was doing the female tutorial, is you know, less features is better for female, because it makes it look more feminine, and the opposite goes with the male. So the more features you have, the more manly it becomes, and more manly / old he becomes. So if you're removing a little bit too much, then he'll start to look a little bit more feminine, and we don't want that. So it's, you know, always trying to find a balance in between. So this guy probably has a little bit too much still. I'll get rid of that a little bit later on, but I want this guy to be probably around maybe in his 30s, so that there are, you know, so there are some informations there, but not too much. So no wrinkles and nothing like that. And what I did, you saw me flip the canvas here. I probably should have done that a little bit more. I'll always suggest you guys do it all the time. There's never, I mean, it's really easy to do. Control A, Control T for transform, and then you right click and flip horizontal. It takes literally half a second, and it can save you a lot of rework. You know, if you get used to seeing an obvious mistake, and then the second you flip it, oh shit, I have to go back and actually fix it, because I got used to it. Just gonna add some hair to this guy so he's not bald. Nothing crazy, but yeah, and after that, you know, it's just gonna go back and get rid of more. Right now he looks really tired, so, you know, get rid of the stuff that's under his eyes, erase some of the extra lines that I don't need, and that's gonna be pretty much it. I might do a tutorial later covering hair, or my approach for it. I don't know. You guys let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. And but just a little pointer here for the hair, kind of like what I did for the female. Always keep in mind, you know, when you do it from the front, the hairline is always, I say always, but most of the time you can simplify it to an M. So you kind of see, you know, the M shape there. That's what I keep, you know, that's what I think about when I do it, and always seems to look decent. So, and now I'm just gonna get rid of his eyeliner. Finally clean up a little bit, and then that's pretty much it. So, you know, that's the process I use for this particular one, but normally I would probably not do all the stuff I did and just, you know, keep reminding myself in the back of my mind. But if you guys want to practice, I suggest you do that. And, you know, maybe if you don't want to have to erase too much, you can just take the head on the left, and I hope there's a big car outside, and take the what I was saying is take the head on the left and maybe duplicate it, put it on like a different layer and with low opacity, and then just draw over it. So if you don't want to have to erase too much like I'm doing, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And next up in the series is going to be the bodies, and then I'm going to go back and color these guys. So hopefully this was helpful, and again, keep giving me your feedback so that I can improve these videos. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out.